I've entitled the lesson, It's a Mutual Endeavor. It's a mutual endeavor. I think that in a nutshell describes what rule number 8 is. Rule number 8 is that we teach people how to treat us. We teach people how to treat us. I remember the very first time I heard that statement would have been in about the late 1970s. I, like you, was sitting in a Unity Church, Christ Church Unity here in San Diego. I was attending, Reverend Robert Stevens was the minister, and he stood before us in one of his sermons and made that statement, and I didn't like it the first time I heard him say that. I thought, I don't want that to be true, because that was a whole lot of responsibility on me. You mean if people always interrupt me, or if people don't agree with me, or if people are rude to me, or if people won't pay attention to me, you mean I have something to do with that? It's not just about them. See, it's so much easier if I make it just about them, right? So much easier if it's just about them, because then all I need to do is get them to the right therapist, and my life will be better. But you see, he was saying something different. He was saying that I have a part in it. At the very least, I have a part in it. I am teaching people, directly or indirectly, consciously or unconsciously, how to treat me. And if I don't like the kind of treatment that I'm getting, the kind of consistent treatment that I get from the people around me, then I need to be willing to look honestly at myself and say, what is it that I'm doing that is allowing that to continue? Is it that I'm acquiescent? Is it that I'm afraid to disagree? Is it that I don't feel worthy to ask for something more or something different? Dr. Phil says, you've got to own how people treat you. He says, stop bemoaning or complaining the way people treat you and own it. You shape the behavior of those you interact with. Remember, people do what works. People do what works. You do what works, I do what works. He says, bottom line is, if people treat you badly, if the people in your life treat you in an undesirable way, you're going to want to figure out what you are doing to reinforce, elicit, or allow that treatment. Find out what it is that you're doing to encourage that behavior. It's important work. We mutually define our relationships. The relationship you have with your business partner, or the relationship you have with your co-workers, or the relationship you have with your significant other, with your parents, with your children. You mutually define the parameters of that relationship. What's beautiful about it is if we teach people how to treat us, we can teach them something different. If we don't like what we had taught them initially, because maybe we taught that it was okay to take advantage of us, or it was okay for people to treat us like a doormat, if we initially taught that that was okay because we never stood up for ourselves, we can change that. We can make a different choice. We can heal ourselves of those places inside where we don't feel good enough, or where we feel less than. We can ask for a different kind of response. And we can maintain a different stature inwardly and outwardly about ourselves. We teach people how to treat us.